Alright, so we got Module 6, Lesson 8 homework. I apologize for my voice and sniffling, but the allergy season right now is killing me. So today we worked on decomposing larger numbers into, so taking ones and turning them into tenths and hundreds, and combinations using the area model, place value disks, and then eventually just doing it. So use the area model to represent 220 100ths, complete the number sentence. So we need to, first of all, it's not necessary to split all these up into hundredths, but if we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I know I'm not the neatest, but 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So we know in each, this is 1, 1, and then this is 1, 1. We know in each singular one, we have 100 hundredths. So this is going to take care of 100 of the hundredths, and then this is going to take care of 200 of the hundredths. So now we just have, at this point, 20, I can cover that up, 20 hundredths. So we'll just shade 2 columns here. Okay, so now we need to calculate how many tenths. So we have, this is 10 tenths, this is 10 tenths, and then we have 2 tenths shaded over here. So we're just going to add those up, and that's going to equal 22 tenths. So that's how we get this. Okay. So now, how many ones do we have total? 1, 2. So that's 2 ones, and then how many tenths are left? 1, 2. And then we can turn that into a decimal. So we have 2.2. In the space below, explain how you determine your answer to part A. So that's just, breaking, in some way, shape, or form, words. They're going to want to discuss turning one whole into hundredths. You're going to have 2 of them completely shaded. So that's how you get your 200 hundredths. And then you have 20 shaded, and 20 hundredths equals, if we take it and divide by 10 over 10, that equals 2 tenths. So they can have something like this, or just talk about how they turn each singular whole into 100 100ths, and go from there. Okay. Draw place value disks to represent the following decomposition. So what they should do first is mark what they have first. So if we have 3 ones, we want to turn that into tenths. So we're taking these 3 and we're going to put them over here, and we're going to draw 30 place value disks. Okay, so I have a 6 by 5 array, and so that shows me I have 30 tenths. Okay, now they were getting confused on the problem set here, because they would take they were putting them here again, but no, we have 3 tenths. So now we have to take these and turn them into hundredths, and again, we're going to have 30 place value disks there. I'm not going to waste your time by drawing. So this column should look like this column here. Okay, now it gets a little trickier. 2 ones and 3 tenths. Okay, so that's what we start with. We want to get tenths eventually. So these 3 tenths are going to stay. These 2 ones we're going to turn into tenths. So we're going to have 20 place value disks here. So now we have 20 plus 3, and we get 23 tenths. And then here, 3 tenths and 3 hundredths, and we're turning it into hundredths. So we're going to take these 3, and again, we're going to the right. So we're going to multiply by 10. So we're going to have 30 more of those. So now we have 30 plus 3, and we get 33 hundredths. I want to see them draw the place value disks, though, so they get the understanding. Okay, on the back, we're just turning them into, we're just decomposing the numbers. So 1 is 10 tenths, 2 is 20 tenths, 1.3 is 13 tenths, 2.6 is 26 tenths, 10.3 is 103 tenths, 20.6 is 206 tenths. So there's just a pattern. They're just moving the decimal point 1 to the right to find out how many tenths they have. Now they're going to hundredths. So in 1, there's 100 hundredths. In 2, there's 200 hundredths. And then so on and so forth. So this is 100 hundredths. 3/10 is 30 hundredths. So that's 130 hundredths. 260 hundredths. 1,030 hundredths. And 2,060 hundredths. Again, for this one, if they just want, they can move the decimal point 2 to the right. And then complete the chart. So they give you a number in decimal form, turn it into a mixed number. So this is going to be 5 3/10. So we know that that's 53/10, or 53 over 10, and 530/10, or 530 over 100. 9.7, so this is read as 9 7/10. So that gives us 97 tenths and 970 100ths. This is going to be 10 9 tenths, so 109 tenths and 1,090 100ths. And then 68.5 is 68 5/10, so 685 tenths, and then 6,850 100ths. And so that's Module 6, Lesson 8 homework.